Oh, right. What time is it? 1:30. Oh, a bit late. Okay, I need to join right now, but how do I get rid of this the horrible blurry stuff? Ooh, very nice, very nice. What about balloons? Okay, I'm kind of into this. What about this? This is cute. Yes. Maybe I should just keep it really simple. Will they be able to tell this isn't my room? Oh, but look at my skin. Okay, no. I'm just gonna keep my camera off. Oh, but what if they ask us to turn on our cameras? Okay, that's going back on. I am absolutely not ready for this, and I'm now 20 minutes late. Okay, time to join. Oh! Why am I the only one here? Okay, well, I tried. Bye.
We're living on Teams. It's as simple as that.
In what year was a new organ discovered in the throat?
2020.
Correct. A star studied for nearly 2 decades disappeared in what year?
2020.
Correct answer. When was the rise of the invasive murder hornet?
2020.
Correct. Fill in the gap. The Pentagon released 3 UFO videos on the 27th of April, blank.
2020.
Correct. Mr. Peanut, the advertising mascot of Planters Snack Food Company, died at 104 in what year?
2020.
Correct. The mascot for National Hockey League's Philadelphia Flyers, Gritty, is under investigation for assault. In what year was he sent to trial?
We thought we had faced the worst. We've endured, suffered, searched from within, and at times, even lost our way. But no amount of any of that could prepare us for this. The mountain has changed. Our biggest challenge isn't off in the distance. It's at our feet. What we do now says everything about who we are, who we will be, and the legacy we leave. Something has to change. Let's be the change we seek.
Gonna do it now.
Architects are rarely seen at home. However, as lockdown restrictions increase, they have no choice but to stay put. The architect spends most of its life drawing. Their work poses a challenge, but architects never give up. The architect's pen is the food in which drawings come to life, and with that he attacks herds of clients. The architect is a friendly creature, engaging with other living creatures that shares its home. Unfortunately, with mass protests rising in wake of the corona pandemic, the architect must wait for the date he may dress smart once again.
Let's sing our own song about the joy of staying indoors. I know of a place where you never get harmed. A magical place with magical charms. Indoors. Indoors. Take it away, Penny.
That Penny has the most beautiful voice.
Sometimes we don't appreciate the little things until they are taken away. Like a walk. We will return to the streets, where we live, where we love. We will take back those moments. In Italy, we call this la passeggiata. Walk together with us. Per ogni Italia.
Alright, so today we're going to be showing you how to draw a realistic forest. You're going to grab yourself a white piece of paper and a brown felt tip. What you're going to do is draw 3 straight lines and create a beautiful tree trunk. Add more detail and it should be something like this. Now grab yourself some green paper because we're going to need some leaves. And what we're going to do is draw some beautiful leaf shapes. They look a bit like a flower, but as long as you do different sizes and shapes, we're going to bring them together. Now, after doing a few of these, you should get a piece of paper like this. Grab an adult to come into the room because we're going to be using scissors. Now, the adult will now carefully cut around these shapes, like so. And after doing a few of these, what you should have are beautiful shapes like these. Now, you're going to grab yourself PVA glue. PVA glue and these leaves, you're going to stick them on to your beautiful tree trunk that you drew earlier. Now, sticking them on carefully, we're going to create a beautiful tree that would look like something like this. Now, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that such a realistic tree? But wait, it's not that realistic. So I want you to grab some orange strips of paper. You're going to grab your adult and they're going to cut them into smaller bits. So with your scissors, your adult is going to cut up little small strips onto the tiny strip. Eventually, you should get a bunch of strips, like so. You're going to sprinkle them all over the tree. Anywhere you like, go crazy. This is your art, this is your drawing. PVA glue onto the tree. And maybe draw some fluffy animals in there. The tree is their home. And eventually you'll come up with something realistic like this. Try it yourself, a realistic tree.
Oh, yes, that's very good.
Hey people, where have you been? You've been missed out here. The place hasn't been the same without you. The way you just mix and make noise and gather stories as you go along. Remember the thrill of playtime. Those mountains aren't going to conquer themselves. You're needed out here. What a species you are. Can't wait to have you back. Where you belong. Yours, the outdoors.
Hey. Hey, did you miss me? Hey, did you miss me, pigeons? Did you miss me?
Lots of people are put off by running and think it's not very fun cardio, but there are a few things that you can do to make it an enjoyable and not so painless experience. The first way you can make your exercise more exciting is getting a change of scenery. If you're like me and live in a city, running around there can get pretty boring if you're doing it all the time. I like to go to the seaside, the countryside, forests, as you can see. There are lots of trails within London and plenty outside that you can try out. Another thing I like to do to make my running feel a bit more purposeful are what I call mission runs. These typically just involve me bringing a bag and running to a shop to do my food shop. My bag of choice is the Camelback Ultra 10 Pro Vest. This is actually a hydration pack and it's designed to be used in running races of about 100 kilometers or more. However, I'm yet to complete a full marathon, so for the time being, I'm using it to carry my food shop goodies home. You have plenty of nifty compartments. I like to keep my phone in this one, my AirPods in this one, and in the main compartment, there's a nice secure zip pocket where you can keep your cards and your keys. And of course, don't forget to bring another tote bag to make sure you have plenty of room for all of your shopping. If at any point during the run you feel like, I just can't do this anymore, feel free to stop and get public transport to your destination. And of course, if you've concluded that running outside just isn't for you, you can always run inside. So today I'm down to run a 10k and I'm just going to do it in my landing. Okay, 10 meters down, only 9,980 to go. And for those of you that just feel like the outdoors and running and walking and generally any sort of movement from A to B is not for you, then have no fear, I have the solution. And don't worry, this isn't a Chloe Ting workout. You hopefully shouldn't cry by the end of it. These are just a couple of moves I came up with whilst I had too much time on my hands. The first is known as the Netflix and Kill. Before you settle down to watch your TV series or movie, be sure to put your remote and snacks a good arm's length away from you. Anytime you want to change the volume or reach for a snack, you're going to have to work for it. And the next move is what I like to call the banana bread butt lift. This goes out to all the novice bakers this lockdown. Each time you go to the oven to check on your baked goods, be sure to do a 10-second squat before opening or closing the oven. This will ensure that your glutes get a nice good stretch and also make sure that your beautiful sourdough loaf doesn't get burnt. And last but not least, possibly the most important thing you can exercise is self-care. So get your hot chocolate, get your face mask, all your snacks, sit on your sofa and relax because you earned it.